Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello to great evening. Today, inshallah, we will discuss tourist attractions. Tourist attractions, and this lesson is a reading lesson, which is page 70. Hello, students. Let's start with the questions. Before you begin, we have like a question. Can you think of an example of Islamic architecture in Jordan? Do you think, can you describe any Islamic architecture that exists in Jordan? Tell your partner what you think of it. And this question asks you about your opinion of an architecture, and not any kind of architecture, but we are dealing with Islamic architecture because the lesson says tourist attractions. Tourist attractions, which means what attract people to such a place, like a mosque, like a shrine, like any religious place. Partner, what do you think of it? Question 2 says, read the words in the box. Which of these words do you think are related to architectural features? Which of these words are related to architecture? When I say architecture, that means the place, or how the place is designed, or how the place is made. This is like architecture. Architectural feature. Check the meaning of any words you don't know in the activity book glossary. If you don't know any word of these words, you can go easily to the glossary book, the activity book. At the end of the book, we have like a dictionary or a small dictionary. That's what we call a glossary, or in a dictionary. Let's now read the words, trying to guess the meaning of these words. The first word is overlook, spectacular, courtyard, which means like an area to be put in a place, like people visit. This is like a courtyard. Marble, a very hard stone, which is used in Islamic like destinations. In even our houses, we use marble, like a stone, al-rukham. The fountain is like a design that brings water from its mouth or something. Arc, and this word is related to architectural features. Arc, when we say an arc, this is like, as you see in the picture, this is like an archy window. We have another word which is dome. Dome. What makes a mosque? What is special about mosques? That they have like domes up the mosque. Another word which is plaster work. A plaster work. That is a work which is made of plaster. We have again calligraphy. Calligraphy means when you write using your, you write beautifully, you write in a very beautiful way, handwriting, but this is like related to handwriting, and you have to write beautifully. Arcade, and we're gonna see the meaning of arcade while reading this lesson. So from the title of this text, now this is the title of this unit, this is the title of this lesson. Alhambra Palace. Alhambra Palace. Have you heard of this noun, which is Alhambra Palace, or this palace? This is a palace, and this is, as we, if you can guess from these pictures, this is like an Islamic design or an Islamic building. Now let's read, trying to discuss some ideas here in the text. Alhambra Palace in Granada, my dear students. Granada is a place like in Spain nowadays. In Spain, this is like Islamic heritage or the heritage of Muslims in Spain. Alhambra Palace in Granada is part of the impressive heritage of the long-lasting Islamic empire in Spain. We are dealing with Islamic empire. Islamic empire, the heritage, like their history, their design, their buildings, their architecture, their civilization in Spain, the Islamic heritage in Spain. Its name in Arabic, and that's the name of Arabic, بيسموه قصر الحمراء, قصر الحمراء, which means the red castle, which means the red castle. This is the red castle that exists in Granada, Where is this place? Where is Granada? You can refer to Spain, right? The red castle. This refers to the red coloring of the bricks that the original palace was built from. And there is a reason why do I call it the red castle. Why do I call it Qasr al-Hamra? That the original palace was built from red bricks. It has become an important tourist attraction. Attract to make people come to one place. That's the meaning of attract. So the palace was like an important attraction in Spain. The question should be why, and here we have the answer. The answer says because of its rich Islamic history, because this castle witnessed like a rich Islamic history. Yes, it has also had a lot of influence on the worldwide art and architecture since it was built. Let's move to line number 11, the second paragraph. This palace, which was built on a hill overlooking Granada, like it locks or it supervises or it has a lock on Granada, a hill, a small mountain. When we say hill, this means a small mountain. Like this palace, which was built on a hill overlooking Granada. This palace has a lock on Granada, like overlooking means a lock, right? Has beautiful views. A very beautiful place in Spain nowadays. The first king arrived in the 13th century and constructed a royal, constructed means built, a royal palace. Here we have like an empire, the king who came to this place and he built this palace. After that, other kings, it's okay. After that, other kings added more parts to the palace. This is why it has so many different styles. Like we have parts of this palace. This part was designed by the order of King X. And this part was designed by the King Y, and so on. Many tourists come to visit Alhambra Palace today to see the Islamic architecture. This includes the spectacular Court of the Lions, and this is a very famous part of the palace to be visited, which is the Court of the Lions. The Court of the Lions. Now let's see what's the story of this part in particular. Let's move to the second part, which is the second column here, which is probably the most famous part of the building. So if I ask you what is the most famous part of Alhambra Castle, you would answer me the Court of the Lions, the Court of the Lions. It is a square, open-air courtyard with an impressive marble fountain, A fountain, something very, very beautiful decoration that is made of marble. In the center we have like a fountain, and it has a very strange story. That's why he has this. We have this like adjective which is impressive. Yeah? Something you feel impressed, surprised by seeing it. Marble fountain in the center. The fountain's name comes from the 12 lions that support the fountain. We have like 12. How many lions? We have like 12 lions. They support the fountain. Now let's continue reading, my dear students. The lion was a symbol of power in Islamic history and art. Has like very important heritage, or it constitutes a very important heritage of the Islamic history and art. From this courtyard, you can walk under arches into the hall of the two sisters. And here we're moving to a different part of the castle of the two sisters, whose wooden doors are over 800 years old. Over 100 years old. That's why we have like a history, but not any kind of history, but we have like Islamic history. This room attracts tourists because of the beautiful dome. Because of the beautiful dome, this part attracts visitors from all over the world because of the dome. It was designed beautifully by the architects who did that. Shaped like a flower, and the detailed plaster work on the walls. Islamic Spain was famous for its artwork and calligraphy, and there are many well-preserved examples in this room. Inside the room, you are about to see many examples of how Spain, or Islamic Spain, was famous. Because of the artwork, because of the masterpiece, because of different styles of art, like calligraphy, like artwork, like buildings, and so on. Now let's read the last paragraph, starting from there is a great difference between the plain outside walls and the paintings and sculpture that cover the inside walls. Inside the walls of the building, you're gonna see many art work, like paintings, sculpture, and this is to be shaped inside the walls, inside the inside walls and the outside walls, but they are different. It seems to be paradise on earth with the column arcades. Paradise on earth with the column arcades. And this is how the writer describes when he visited this place, like paradise, like heaven, like something you wouldn't be even imagine how beautiful the place is. Arcades, fountains, and pools that are preserved there. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and thank you for your patience. Thank you, students.